After going through the addition, subtraction and multiplication of algebraic expressions, we will be doing the division of algebraic expressions now. See, the division of algebraic expression also has different categories, right? Like the first category is how do we divide a monomial with a monomial. The first example that we are taking is of the monomial by a monomial. So we write minus 7x cube y square z upon minus x square y. That is what we mean by the division part. So if we solve this, it will be minus 7 into x into x into x into y into y into z upon minus of x into x into y. Now we can cancel the y with y and 2x's with the 2x's. These minus and minus will also get cancelled to become plus. What are we left with? 7x, anything else? Y and z. So this is the answer. Now this is for your practice. If you are able to do the practice well, you don't really need to do this step. You can directly cut the powers over here and give the answer. Here the step is not important. Your answer should be correct. See, for the next category we have a polynomial to be divided with a monomial. Now this is one polynomial, that means it has 3 or more than 3 terms, and we have a monomial, that means only single term. Now we will write it as 30y cube minus 15y square plus 10y whole upon 5y. Now we will be taking the monomial for each term separately. This will become 30y cube minus 15y square plus 10y. Now each term will be having the same denominator of 5y. Right? Now we can solve it like the way we have done it in the previous step. This will be 5 6 is 30. Y to the cube 3 will become y to the cube y to the power 4. Here 5 and 15 can be cancelled, and here 5 and 10 can be cancelled. Now what are we left with? 6y square minus 3y plus 2. Now this is the answer. Similarly, we have the division of polynomial with another polynomial. But for this case, we are using a particular method known as the long division method. Now the long division method will be done this way. I am going to make that division sign that we have been practicing, right? The division sign will remain the same. What are we going to write? The dividend inside, that is 6x cube minus 10x square minus 8x plus 8. The divisor is to be written at the divisor place. Now how do we multiply? We consider the first term of both. What should we multiply x with to get 6x cube? We should multiply it with 6x square, right? So we will get 6x cube minus 2 into 6x square will become minus 12x square. So 12x square will come below the 12x square term only, right? Now we have to subtract them. So the signs can be reversed as we have been doing. So minus 10x square plus 12x square. What are we left with? Plus 2x square. We note down the second term, that is minus 8x. Now again, consider the first term of the divisor and first term of the dividend that we have. What should x be multiplied with to get 2x square? We should multiply this with plus 2x. So we get plus 2x square. Minus 2 into 2x will become minus 4x. Now we reverse the signs. This gets cancelled. What are we left with? Minus 4x. Similarly, we have the next term plus 8. Note down as the previously we have done. Now we have to consider the first term as we have been doing. What should x be multiplied with to get minus 4x? That is minus 4. So we get minus 4x. Minus 2 into minus 4 becomes plus 8, and we change the signs. So here we get our remainder to be 0. So if I ask you what is the quotient in this question? The quotient is 6x square plus 2x minus 4. What is the remainder in this question? It is 0. What is the dividend in this question? The dividend is the one that we are dividing. So dividend was 6x cube minus 10x square minus 8x plus 8. What was the divisor here? The divisor was x minus 2. In the previous classes, in your earlier classes, you must have done a verification theorem that was like this. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Yes, you have done this in your previous classes. It's okay, even if you don't remember, we are going to revise it over here. See, this theorem is true for all the divisions that we do. Like all the numbers that we use to divide, it was true for them also, as well as it is going to satisfy for the polynomial division that we do. So here we will write the dividend below the dividend side, that is 6x cube minus 10x square minus 8x plus 8. We will write divisor below the divisor part. Okay, I am mentioning it, the verification that is to be done. Okay, it is not necessary to do verification unless and until you want to check your answer or your teacher has asked you to verify your answers, right? Then otherwise you don't really need to solve the verification part. The divisor is x minus 2. What is the quotient? X square, 6x square plus 2x minus 4 plus remainder is 0. Now we are going to solve the right hand side and check whether the right hand side is going to come equal to the left hand side. Now let us go. We are only going to multiply these two terms because the remainder is already 0. Even if we add 0, the answer would remain the same. So we will not be considering 0 in the next step. We will be only doing the product of this. Now how do we do the product? X into 6x square plus 2x minus 4, and we take the second term minus 2, again 6x square plus 2x minus 4. Now what do we get? This becomes 6x cube plus 2x square minus 4x minus 12x square minus 4x plus 8. Now can we group all the like terms together? Do we have like terms? First of all, we do not have any like term for x cube. So we will write it as it is. Do we have any x square terms? Yes, we do. We have two x square terms. So we will be grouping them together. 2x square minus 12x square. Next we have the x terms. Do we have x terms? Yes, we do have minus 4x and minus 4x. Now we will be solving it further. 2x square minus 12x square becomes minus 10x square, minus 4x and minus 4x, minus 8x plus 8x. So we can check that the right hand side of the question is coming equal to the left hand side of the question. That means our solution that we have done is actually correct. Similarly, we can do the division questions this way. Now I will be discussing few more questions so that the concept becomes a bit clear to you, right? The first question says that we have to divide this expression by another expression. Now you have to identify which out of these three category is the question coming from. Let us check. This question, the first expression you can check here is your polynomial, and the next expression is coming as the binomial, that is another polynomial. So that means we have to apply the third case, long division method only. So let us start with the first question. The first question says we have to divide this. Okay, I am going to write it directly into the dividend part, that is this way. Now I will be writing the divisor on the divisor's place and we will be starting with the division. Let us check. Okay, consider the first term of the first expression and first term of the second expression. What should minus 8x be multiplied with to get minus 24x cube? We should multiply it with 3x square. Let us check. Minus 8 into 3 is minus 24 and x into x square will be x cube. That means our question was correct. Now we multiply plus 3 with 3x square. That becomes 9x square. Now we change the signs. This gets cancelled. What are we left with? Minus 31 minus 9. That becomes minus 40x square. We note down the next term 71x. Now again you have to consider the first term of both. What should you multiply the first term to get the first term? We should multiply this with plus 5x. Let us check. Minus 8x into plus 5x becomes minus 40x square. Plus 3 into plus 5x becomes plus 15x. Now we change the signs. This gets cancelled. What is 71x minus 15x? We get 56x and the next term is noted down. Now what should we multiply the first term to get this term? We should multiply it with minus 7, right? Let us check. Minus 8 into minus 7 will be plus 56 and x will come with the same term. So we are getting the same term only. Our question is, the taken quotient is always correct. Now we multiply 3 with minus 7, we get minus 21. After reversing the signs, we noticed that the answer is coming to be, the remainder is coming to be 0. Right? In this question, it is only asking you to divide. That means you are only required to give the answer. That is, your quotient is coming out to be 3x square plus 5x minus 7. You are not required to verify in this question. But let us check for the next question. The next question says you have to divide and verify as well. Right? So in this next question, you have to do the division as well as the verification part. Let us do the next question. It says we have to divide a raised to power 4 plus a cube plus a square with this a plus 1. We will be starting with the first step. What should a be multiplied with to get a raised to power 4? A cube. We get a raised to power 4. What is 1 into a cube? Plus a cube. Now we reverse the signs. This gets cancelled. This also gets cancelled. What are we left with? A square. Now what is a multiplied with to get a square? We multiply it with a. We get a square. Now plus 1 into a. We write a. Now we can see here in this question we do not have any other term with a variable. Now what do we do? As I have told you previously in your addition and subtraction parts that if you don't have the like term to be written below the like term, what you do is you write that new term after leaving some gap. So I have left some gap over here and I have placed it in a little distance. Now solving it further, I will be changing the signs. We get minus a in the remainder, right? Now this is my division part only, but now we have to verify it also. So I will be writing the dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Now let us check if it is coming equal or not. First of all, what is the divisor here? A minus 1, sorry, it's a plus 1. What do we have as the quotient? A cube plus a, and the remainder is minus a. Now if we multiply this and then we have to add minus a to this. So we are going to multiply this. It becomes a raised to power 4 plus a square plus a cube plus a minus a. A raised to power 4 remains 4. A raised to power 4 only. Plus a and minus a gets cancelled. We are left with a cube and a square. What was our dividend? It was a raised to power 4 plus a cube plus a square. Is it coming equal? Yes, it is coming equal. That means the left hand side is equal to the right hand side, hence verified. So this is how we do the division of algebraic expressions.